You last time extricated yourselves from the Grailhund Manor, effectively dual blackmailing the Grailhunds while they blackmailed you back. You holding on to their cult robes, them holding on to the knowledge that you have been involved in quite a murderous crime and blackmailing of nobles, um, with the promise of installing a security force, quote unquote, at their manor. You took one of your down on their luck individuals who has been drinking quite a bit at the bar at Prestige Worldwide and placed them in their full plate armor, which was quite an extensive set of armor, as the main guard of their home. Um, they are not overly pleased at this, and yet the imposing figure of the half ogre that you have put in charge, Mr. Justin Trask, um, they are currently keeping their mouths shut. Uh, you were then invited to join in with the fights to the death as hosted by the Xanathar's Guild. There were a few minor things that you guys did between 10-day stuff. You finished your tunnel to the sewers. Harold had a conversation with Vincent Trench. Is there anything else I'm missing that anyone wants to touch upon? Cool.
No, ready to fight to the death. Watch fights.
And so you are being led through the streets in the evening by Noxa Urgray, who is a. How do I describe Noxa? He would be a dwarf. He is a hill dwarf specifically, but he walks around entirely bare chested, unlike most individuals in Waterdeep. Noxa, where are you? Or is it Noska? I might have been missaying his name. It's Noska, Noska. He's a shield dwarf. He walks around bare chested. He's actually missing a limb, which in its place he has a crossbow attached to his arm at all times. So it's
Oh,
effectively a light crossbow with just like a bolt. Um, I will
is that like
see if I
Is he like Mega Man, but like back in the day?
kinda. I will share. Can you see this image?
Ah, he's Mega Man.
So that's Noska, um,
I
fully
like this
tatted.
guy. I like this guy.
Yeah, right. That I think I know what my next character wants to do now.
He looks like a pirate.
Crossbow arm.
He's a pretty badass motherfucker, frankly. The weight coming down off of his beard is interwoven into the fibers of his hair, and it like sort of bounces off of his chest as he walks across the cobblestones. He eventually leads you to, of course, where else but a sewer grate out back in an alley. And it's only, mind you, it's only him who came to fetch you. He's not worried or scared of you. He is leading you, so far as you can tell, to the Xanathar's Guild hideout. And he begins to descend this sewer grate after moving the manhole covers aside. Descends down the ladder, pokes his head back up, and goes, "If you need light, well, figure it out yourselves." Goes on back down, and you can hear him not slosh down into the sewers, but just gingerly step down into what might be a little bit of muck and grime. You guys follow?
Oh, lead the way, boys. Harry would make everyone else go first.
Should we use that light thing that somebody has?
Yeah, that's my cantrip. I cast light.
Okay. And Noska Urgray keeps not like a distance between those of you who are using light. So like Aerith, he's trying to just like keep ahead of your light a little bit, specifically mostly so you can still see the back of him, but he's not losing his dark vision in particular. And so if you get too close, he might sort of like try to shoot, like back you up a little, but he's not grumpy about it. He's just like trying to maintain his dark vision is all. As you are led through the sewers, you are led to a section that you have not seen before. And this section is unlike anything you've seen because you can hear rushing water up ahead, and you can just hear the sound of what would effectively be like a waterfall. And as you come to the end of this sewer, area, you can hear the sewage seeping down deep somewhere into the earth and splashing. And he goes, "This is the tricky bit. You just got to do this." And you can see him reach around outside of the sewer pipe, around it, to a point where none of you can see. And then he does it. He puts his foot across, and then he swings himself over and outside of the pipe, and he disappears. And as he does so, there's a moment of tenseness in the air, and then he pokes his face back out, and he goes, "Come on, but I'll do it." You can hear him descending some sort of ladder.
Dang.
Does anybody have a dexterity score under 10?
No.
Okay, then I will not ask for any rolls. You guys all managed to do so, grab onto the ladder without issue. Bird boys, if you would like, you are in a large enough cavern so that you can't even see the opposite sides of the walls. You could fly if you so chose.
I'm gonna fly. Keep my feathers clean.
As we start to descend, and this place sound like it's pretty big. Alistair would just grab his torch, light it up, and then throw it in the air, snap his fingers, and then the torch would just start hovering and like following him around.
Gotcha.
He's using his mage hand.
Yeah, and so the torch does so. It like descends with you down the ladder, providing extra light. So between the two light sources, you should be able to see quite a decent distance. They're cutting through the darkness pretty effectively. You cannot make out the opposite walls of the cavern where you are. The sewage pipe is jutting out of a cliffside that, based on where you are, you assume has to be some level of Mount Waterdeep, but it's not clear to you where. And as you descend this ladder further, you continue going deeper and deeper into the bowels of the earth. And there are moments where 20, 30, 40 feet away, and you could fly over to them, either of you, either of our Aarakocras. There are tunnels leading back into the cliffside, but Nazca just continues to lead you further down. He doesn't make any small talk. He is focused on one thing and one thing only. And after the first few rungs, the lot of you, the sewage has dried off of your boots, or it's now on your hands, potentially, considering you're touching the ladder. But you continue downwards into the depths of the earth. Is anybody doing anything? Like, are the Aarakocras checking out like any of the tunnels, or are you guys just continuing down with the group?
I'd probably stay with the group, but I'd ask Harry for a little help with all the grind.
Yeah. If we ever got to the bottom, Harry would use prestidigitation to clean
Okay.
off
It
any
takes
sewage
you
ground.
It takes you a solid 15 minutes going down this ladder, which you descend hundreds of feet into the earth. And upon reaching the bottom, you reach a place after. So you can see the sewage falling next to you, right? Eventually, it falls into another pipe, and the pipe actually goes back down into the cliff face, and the ladder goes beyond this pipe. And as you descend further, you finally make it to a stone floor that is part of the cliff face. It's the same as the cliff face. And you guys clean yourselves up using prestidigitation. The Aarakocras land if they were flying, and he says, "Right, we take this tunnel over here, and then it's only a little further."
Harry would be looking around wondering who the hell built this thing.
Make a history check.
Oh. Nat 20.
No shit. Okay. Give me 2 seconds while I pull something up. Gotta switch books.
Man, Harry just knows everything.
So more than 1,000 years ago, and this is limited lore that you have scraped together during your life while living in Waterdeep. Reading things, exploring things. People would tell stories in the army. There was a wizard by the name of Alistair Blackcloak who journeyed from a distant land to the base of Mount Waterdeep. Some believe that he hailed from a nearly forgotten empire known as the Cradle Lands. Some say he was from the Netherrill, potentially. Unclear of his origins. But Hallister tapped into the immense power that supposedly lie somewhere deep beneath Waterdeep and began building a massive tower that basically came to become the city of Waterdeep. There's certain other stories that are associated with Hallister. That he began a crusade against Drow and Duragar underneath the city. That he used fell creatures from distant planes to do so. That his tower was nowhere near as magnificent as the how do I put this? It was nowhere near as magnificent as the dungeon that he built beneath the city. That the dungeon he built held many levels, fell thousands of feet into the earth, and this is in particular what the yawning portal sits on top of. That the yawning portal is itself the last site of Hallister's tower, and it is nothing but the only remnant of entrance, so far as you know or have been told, into the depths of Hallister's dungeon. And so you believe that you have probably gone down at least 1 or 2 levels into the dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Ah. Very cool. Harry's impressed when he realizes where he is.
So it's connected to like the yawning portal entrance, basically.
Somewhere, yes.
Yeah, like the dungeon. Yeah, nice.
Actually, give
So,
me a
so,
perception
these
check.
guys are the Zents or the Zenithars.
These are the Xanathars.
These are the Xanathars. So they have figured out how to, but seemingly have a little base down here and part of the dungeon.
That is correct.
Well,
As
okay.
part of your history check there, Harry, you do know that there is a supposed town beneath the city of Waterdeep that goes by the name of Skullport. That it was supposedly reachable
What?
through a series of caves that sort of connect to the ocean.
That's
It
so
is
cool.
known as part of the Underdark, but it is not readily accessible.
Does Harry? Do have one question. Does Harry think that the yawning, like connecting the yawning portal to this area, at least, or in this story, I'm understanding. Is it common knowledge that that's what the yawning portal leads into,
Yes.
or is it kind of
Yeah.
just like it's some random other thing? It is known. Okay, cool.
That this Underdark, this portion of the Underdark is primarily what adventurers go and explore when they descend the well of the
Yeah.
Yawning Portal.
Okay. Got
And
it.
is it like well known that there's cities in the Underdark? Because like I didn't know that.
Or is that like lore
That is lore
or
on some level.
folklore? I should say.
Okay.
Yeah, in this instance, definitely folklore for you, Harry. Let me just think about who each of you is.
I wouldn't know shit from around here.
I know. I'm just thinking briefly. Harry, you might have heard of foreign cities in the Underdark, the sort of things of like that would that have been turned into fairy tales to frighten children, cities of monstrous creatures, that sort of thing. But none are named. They're all sort of amorphous. But you don't none of you really know any more than that necessarily. Besides a supposed town beneath Waterdeep called Skullport.
Harry's intrigued and keeping an eye out now.
Nazca
Paying
leads
more
you-
attention to the surroundings.
Nazca leads you down the only tunnel that is nearby that you can see sort of coming up out of the darkness. And it descends pretty gently at first and then more aggressively to the point where you need to begin going hand over hand. And the tunnel is large at first, but it gets tight quickly. We're talking 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall, and then it quickly becomes like 3 feet wide and only about 5 or 6 feet tall. And those of you who are bigger, you can get through, but you have to turn sideways. You have to be careful with your weapons. You have to turn and adjust yourselves. Eventually, Nazca comes to a stop up ahead, and he goes, "All right, this is the last bit. We go down. We have to climb 15 feet hand over hand, and then we open the trapdoor." And so he begins to do so. You can see that he's quite skilled and experienced at doing this in this area. Everybody who has a dexterity under a 15, please give me an athletics check or an acrobatics check.
This place is such a bitch to get to.
Deep underground.
All right. Harold, you have no issues climbing down the 15 feet through this rock. Is that the only person who's got dexterity under 15? That's amazing.
Yeah, I could have 17.
Wow.
I got 15.
All right. So you guys all climb down. Nazca opens the trapdoor, and there's a spiral staircase carved out of the stone into the bedrock itself that has clearly been excavated. But he walks right down. He goes, "Just close it, whoever's last," and he heads down the spiral staircase. I will show you the beginnings of this area. We'll open up Owlbear a little bit here. So in the center there, I just opened up a bit of a
Gotta zoom in.
area. And you can see that you have been opened into a, like at the bottom of this spiral staircase is a hallway that you can step out into. So I don't know who was first. I will toss Nazca Urgray in there. I think I should have made one for him. If you guys want to toss your characters on there as well, or I can toss some of them as well.
I don't have mine.
I gotcha. Got Aerith. Who am I missing?
Harry would go in
Folknar.
first and look around.
Okay.
Because using
Um,
raise now.
I don't even know how to add my token.
I gotcha.
You're in now.
You're all good. And weirdly enough, I don't have one for Nazca. I thought I did. I thought I made one. Oh, I do.
Yes.
Here.
He is pretty cool looking.
Oh shit.
Whoa!
I was zoomed in, luckily.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
All right, there we go. So, you can see the following. You're in a pretty large hallway. There are a set of double doors at the southern end of the hallway. There is a single door at the northeastern end of the hallway. And you are in a room. This chamber is strange. It's very different to anything that you would have expected to walk out into. It is. Describe it to you. The walls are carved with eyes of all shapes and sizes. Many of the orbs have stone eyelids that open and close at irregular intervals. If you would like, you may make a perception check. If you are like looking around the room at everything. The eye carvings are slightly unnerving.
Harry's very intrigued.
They kind of look like little dicks.
15.
Sorry, did you say something, Volknar?
I just said they kind of look like dicks.
15. Let's see.
Harry would walk over and look at one.
Oh, okay. They're rather unnerving, like I said. Otherwise, they appear harmless so far as you can tell. Those of you who got a 14 and above, so Harry, Zusanu, the two of you, you notice something rather quickly as you begin looking at the eyes within the room. You notice a ghostly eye stalk, not unlike the eye stalk of, say, a gazer that you fought at the Grailhund Manor, for example, protruding from the ceiling directly in front of the double door to the south. So there's this like eye stalk coming off the ceiling, looking your way. It's definitely sort of ethereal / made of ectoplasm or something similar. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Harold. You in particular, and actually Zusanu, you too.
Ah, 10.
It's actually good enough, Harry. You can ascertain that it is its function would be that of probably to spy on you, or to to watch this room. You have no idea who's peering through it or from where, but you suspect it's magical of nature.
Are we
Is that the
alone
big
here?
eye or the little eyes?
This is the big eye stalk.
Okay. Yeah.
The little eyes you suspect are probably just like probably harmless for the most part.
Harry
Is
would
it the,
walk
like
over
the-
to the cool guy and whisper, "Is this Skullfort?" Like in amazement, kind of question.
He kind of gives a sharp bark of a laugh. No, this is the Xanathar's lair. Skullport is nearby. This is in Skullport, or well, beneath it on some level. Come, I'm going to lead you through a few hallways. Do not go anywhere else. And he's like eyeballing the lot of you. He's like, I know that there's 6 of you. And he points up at the eye stalk and he goes, they know that there's 6 of you. And he continues down to the south.
I'll behave.
You as well, Zusanu?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the party.
Okay. He opens these double doors to the south, and as he does so, I will reveal a bunch of this as well. And this is a little trickier, just because it's a curved hallway. There is an individual in here. This individual is another dwarf, and he is roaming the halls, and it appears to be that he's like sort of scoping out the area as you open these doors. The description of this room would be there are pillars carved with eyes that follow the curvature of the hall, and these eyes seem to track you as you begin walking through this hallway. Harry, they're very similar to the previous room's eyes. You suspect that they are not magical, or at least like magical in the mundane. So like maybe a cantrip, probably not trapped or anything such as that manner. There is a dwarf who steps out from behind a pillar as the door opens, and so as you step in, Noxa says, "Major Domo, how do you?" And they nod at each other. He says, "Champions and spectators, for the Lord's pleasure." And the Major Domo goes, "Excellent, excellent. Bring them through." And he points you towards a door. And there you see that there is a door to the east here. And I'll sort of open a little bit of it so you can see like where it's going to be here. You can see that the hallway continues further to the south. You can't make out too much more. It is fully lit, so I'll open up a bunch of it for you to see at least, but you can't see around some of the bends, so I'll just open this. You can see that there's probably some sort of entryway to the west, some sort of entryway to the east, and that the hallway continues further to the south, as you are specifically led over to this door in the east here. This door is opened for you by Noxa, and he brings you forth into what would be a pretty brief little hallway into, and you can hear quite a bit of noise coming from on the inside. And I'm gonna open this up in a different way. I'm just gonna open this up big like, because you're gonna see it all anyways in just a moment. So he opens you up into this hallway. And in this room, you can see what is effectively like a large fighting pit. It is adorned with there's like separate areas here. So there's bleachers, and these bleachers are filled with individuals who are jeering, laughing, maybe making bets with one another potentially. Um, and as he leads you down the steps, he points you and says, "We're going to the north." Before you go into your cages, those of you who are not fighting, please find a place to spectate. Do not go onto the Lord's platform on the other side of the pit. Find a spot amongst the spectators here. Those of you who will be fighting, follow me to the north. And so he goes all the way to the north. So I'll take is it Volknar and Victor?
Yeah. And Victor would give Alistair all his money for bets.
Gotcha.
Can we
All
make
right.
bets ourselves or no?
Can you do what?
Can we make bets ourselves or no?
It depends. There's nobody taking bets like there was in the Mighty Manticore. Instead, the people are betting against each other amongst the crowd. So you're gonna have to interact with like the crowd folk to like determine like betting stuff. Um, you are brought through up a set of stairs and through a single door. There is a chamber to the north of some sort, but you are not brought in there. You are walked past it. And he leads you down this long hallway. And I'll just open up some of this chamber so you can see more of it. And then there's a set of doors here that he's leading you back down. And he leads you into this area, effectively to like on the other side of all the contestants, so you don't have to walk through all the contestants. And he points the long hallway and he says, I'll open that up for you as well. You can see that there's a long dark hallway into what would effectively be a some sort of doorway at the end. And he says, Skullport's down there, but we're going back down this way because you're going to go down the steps into the pens. And he leads you back into the fighting arena over this way and then down these steps into the central fighting arena and through what would be red blood-stained dirt.
Harry would yell, "Go Victor!"
And you can see the contestants walking down these steps, and you can hear, "Oh, I like the sight of those two big ones, but I don't know about that scrawny little chicken." And they're jeering, they're making bets. Those of you in the crowd will come to you in just a moment and you can begin doing bets. He leads you into one more chamber underneath. So you actually go like underneath the um, fighting bridge here, and he leads you into a room. And he says, "All right, into the pens with you." You can see beyond into the next ones, like ever so slightly through the bars. Two of them on the end look empty, so far as you can tell, though you can hear some noises. The one directly next to you has, at the very least, a minotaur in it,
Oh
and
my
he points
god.
you into this room to go this way.
Volkdar
And
wants
as
to
you
make
go
note
in,
that thing on the bottom right kind of looks like that vision that we saw, like near the beginning, where we saw that giant eyeball.
what do you mean, this guy?
Yeah, just like that whole room kind of looks like that painting that you showed us or whatever, that picture.
So this
We,
room
s-
looks
we saw into a portal in the
similar.
beginning. Is what you're talking about.
Yeah. This guy
Yeah.
Harry's sitting next to looks familiar.
And so, those of you who would like to place bets, what would you like to do?
Harry's gonna say, "Excuse me," and bump into this guy as he tries to scoot across.
How much did you give me,
Hey, I know you. You look familiar.
Don't know what
Victor?
you're talking about, friend.
And he would just yell out, "I got 200 on Victor." And he,
They all stare. Everyone like stops. 200 gold.
yeah, he's the best fighter in the land.
I don't. They also you sort of make an insight check as you yell this.
Harry sits down quietly. No, 8.
You don't know what you did to upset them, or they're not necessarily upset. They're surprised. But nobody is yet taking you up on the offer. They are kind of blankly staring at you.
Then Alistair stands up and is like, "What are you guys broke? Anybody here have money or what? I'm ready to bet." Pulls out a bag of gold.
And they're like, they look at you all, and they're sort of like, who the fuck? You can hear whispers. Who the fuck are these high rollers? And some of these guys actually move seats to like go talk to other people, and they're like, budge over, budge over. And so you sort of have your own area here, if you would like, in the middle.
VIP.
They will bet with
Can't
you.
get out of the way.
They will each take you up on 10 coin bets, basically. So like, and it's like an all or nothing type bet. So if you'd like, you can bet each one individually 10 coins for each round. So no more than 20 coins. And it's just like, I bet on Team A, Team B, Team C, Team D. And you get the sense that this is less for the gambling and less for the pleasure of the viewership than it is for the spectator, like the actual like spectacle of fights and bouts to the death.
Harry's
Um,
just gonna sit down. He's not gonna peddle with these guys at all. He's keeping his money to himself and is gonna cheer on his friends.
Alistair and Alistair?
Alistair will continue to bet. He'll bet whatever money he can that his boy gave him to bet with.
So you can bet up to 130 gold each, and you can bet that up to twice if they win the first round, so on and so forth.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
Just
Rounds.
I'll do that.
Oh wait, so I can bet up to 100?
You can bet up to 130 across all of the folks here, basically.
All right, per round.
Okay, so he gave me
Who's
67,
we know who's going
67 gold,
first.
so that would be.
If you win, you
I'll-
basically double that. So if you win against one person, it goes from 10 gold to 20 gold. That's all.
Yeah, it was 130 each round, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then the first round he'll bet 67, then I'll bet the rest, so like 63.
Okay.
And then the second round I'll cover the whole thing.
Okay. And so you guys are going through the individuals, and they don't begrudgingly make these bets, but they make the bets and they look at you curiously, like, you have no idea about how much gold you're about to lose, do you? Noxa comes back out, and he goes onto the platform. He nods at the mind flayer on the platform, who is caressing what would appear to be a brain with legs, who nods back. At which point, you can see one of these guys runs down and he says, "The first round shall be between." And they look at you and they're like, "What are you folk called?"
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Is that what you yell out, Harry?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's like,
Hold
"The
on.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen."
I'm like a few gold short of this bet.
Oh my god.
Susanu will cover whatever you're missing.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Harry's betting 100. So I'm betting with
Yeah,
10
I was also
people.
gonna bet 100. And then how much gold do you need, Alistair?
4.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
who's up first?
and he says, so it's the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and you guys are brought out. So go ahead and stand
Yeah.
somewhere within the fighting pit. Per
Could
your
we,
choosing.
while we were
Oh,
waiting
that's right. it's group
to
three.
fight, could we have like a huddle up and like discuss like a game plan as far as
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what we're gonna do?
Totally.
All right. Let's huddle up here, boys.
Yeah, what up? What up, Victor? What up? You ready?
Yeah. All right. So you boys ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. So as long as I feel like as long as we play our cards right here, there's no reason we should lose. Like, and as long as we're able to go in the right order. You just got to we're gonna strike first. We're gonna strike hard, and we're gonna show these boys. We're gonna show them no mercy. All right.
Strike first, no mercy.
Yeah, and as
How
long as
many heals do you? Go ahead, Victor.
I have the only heal I have is what's it called? Second wind. So I can heal myself once for 1d10 plus fight level. So
If you guys want, I will say also that before you entered this area, you guys could have like redistributed potions as needed.
I was just about to say that.
okay. So how many potions should we each have on us then?
Yeah. And what are
Susanu,
potions
how would you have
for this order?
distributed your potions?
I would have given both of my potions to the Burly Boys.
I think I was
Did-
supposed to take potions before.
Did do we have any from last session? Like I don't know.
Everyone
I think
should
we
have
all
had
had
two.
3, I think.
Should I add
2 or
2?
3.
Everyone had 2 before.
Okay. So I never added those, but
So are they called
yeah.
potion of healing?
Yes.
We all had 2 potions.
Yeah,
Yes.
I made a shitload and
All right.
divvied
Okay.
them up.
I
So
think
then
he made 12 and
3.
everybody got 2, I think. Yeah.
I think I
All
made
right.
10 and I had 2 from before that we bought.
Gotcha.
Okay. So
So,
The smallest
So-
one, I imagine, right?
Yes. Yeah.
should I save my spells for healing you two?
yeah. The key to this fight, I feel like, is gonna be your spells, Aroth, because the first one, assuming like if you get to go first, you're just gonna want to like bless us up like first thing you do. And I know you got one move where you can do a ton of damage. So-
Yeah, but I think I want to save that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because I think I'm gonna have to, if this is gonna be a battle of endurance, like multiple rounds, right? Isn't it gonna be multiple rounds?
Yeah. So the format of this competition would be there are 4 teams, and each fight is to the death, meaning like you're quote unquote in the semifinal. So if you win this one, you'll go to the final. Whoever wins the other fight, and then that one will also be to the death.
Nice. Will we get short rests in between fights?
You will have a short rest
Nice.
in between the fights.
Okay. Awesome.
So we can at least heal a little.
Yep.
Yes.
So I think I should save at least like 3 or 2 of my spell slots for healing.
Yep. So yeah, just be strategic with your spell slots and just stay behind me and Volknar and try to don't make yourself vulnerable to an attack
Yeah,
because
don't
you are
get hit.
healing, so we don't want you going down. And
If there's room, he could fly.
I didn't appreciate being called scrawny.
yeah, I mean that was uncalled
for ya.
for. Yeah, and
Even if it's true.
anybody, you fellas got anything you want to throw in before we go out there?
Yeah, so how many rounds are there, do you know?
There's just the 2.
2
Yeah,
rounds.
I feel like we're maybe in like the semifinals right now. So maybe we'll win this one. We'll rest up a little bit, and we'll go out there again and kick some more ass.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
wondering because I only have 3 rages.
Okay.
There's only
Oh
2.
yeah. So can you rage like right before? Like I was thinking right before the fight starts, I was gonna smack you around a little bit, get you fired up. Get into a rage before the fight even starts. Is that like a
I don't
thing?
really have any bonuses to defense. I can enter rage and then attack.
I don't think there's any point to going to rage early.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then before we walked out, Victor would have handed the whoever's in charge of the medieval PA system a medieval cassette tape to play our entrance music. Yeah. Which I
Yeah.
can't actually.
Also, I want to retcon Harold's response, having known I forgot that it was like a team format. So we are prestige worldwide.
Yeah, I was. Thank you.
That's pretty funny.
Good save.
Think
Good
you know
save.
me?
Yeah, Harold is like the Oh, what was the guy in Witcher? He's like the hype man.
You're the hype man.
The bard.
Dandelion.
Dandelion, yeah.
We come out to the WWE Edge theme song.
That works.
Sweet.
I wish I could play it, but I don't want to get
I
copyright
think
strike.
I've got a music bot thing on there.
Yeah, I just want to like, because then when I upload it to YouTube, and then it's like,
Oh yeah.
it
Never mind.
gets complicated.
YouTuber problems.
Yeah. But yeah, I think unless anybody else has got anything else, I think we're good. Good to walk out.
Place yourselves wherever you wish inside the circle of death.
Are we on the right side or the left side? Let's
We
So
could
they're
stay in
coming
here.
out second, right?
Put
They
yourselves
are.
over here so we get a good view.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you want to see our faces, right? Or do you want to see what they're doing? And then you can yell
So
at us.
yeah. So I think if
Aaron,
what-
you should be behind us.
yeah, we could get in V formation here, boys.
Yeah,
The
flying V.
flying V!
Yeah.
There he yells out.
Perfect.
Check my movement.
Okay.
There.
And this guy comes back and he says, "And here come the bruisers of the Underdark." And hulking, this guy should be a little bigger. He should be like that
Boo.
The ground
It is the
shakes.
Minotaur. Oh shit.
big.
And
Several individuals who are very large coming out of the cell next to you. A Minotaur, followed by an individual who looks very orcish, but far more wild, I think would be the apt way to put it, than Volknar, for instance. He is at the very least full orc, if not maybe even a different race altogether. And then somebody who is very similar looking to an individual you just hired, somebody who is a half ogre. And they stand over here in their space. And this guy is like, all right, let the fight begin. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
this is some beefy
Come
boys.
on, big money.
16.
Mm.
12.
12.
Harry looks back at Zeus and Alistair and goes, "This is it, boys."
We got this.
This is what it's all led up to.
Okay.
I hope
Alistair,
their
make him a-
wrestling
make
in
him
the
a
basement
poster
pays
with your
off.
minor illusion. Get like a
Sorry.
cool shiny poster cheering him on.
All right, here you go. Alistair snaps his fingers and hands him a poster.
And the cheer of bloodlust goes up from the crowd. And the Minotaur will go first. He will charge, horns down, straight at Victor. That means he will get his charge attack.
Guy looks like he's
And it
roided
is-
out.
Yeah, he is very aggressive. He misses with a 3. So he charges, and you're able to sort of like dodge out of the way, and he sort of comes back for a moment against you. And he ends up next to you there.
Would that give me the
be-
opportunity to do reposts?
Yes, it would.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
Punch him.
Oh. Yeah.
That is a miss.
Yeah.
So that would be his. I think that's actually his full turn. A loser. That's not as good as I thought it was going to be. Okay. So that is his full turn. That brings us to Victor.
I think Volknar got a 16.
Yeah, I got a 16. Victor got.
Oh,
a
I'm sorry.
13.
I have you guys swapped. That's my bad. So Victor is a 13. Volknar is a 16.
All right, I'm gonna try to run on this right behind him here, and attack. Hopefully for a advantage roll.
Yeah, you get advantage.
Oh, don't forget to rage.
I will enter rage mode,
Okay.
and I will attack with the great axe with a. Oh my god, a 7 to hit.
Yeah. So you miss. He
Uh-oh.
actually deflects it with one of his horns, and he's like laughing as he does so.
As he laughs, I'm gonna take my opportunity attack. My frenzy
Is this your
attack.
Did you get it? Did you
frenzied
get
attack?
advantage on his attack or?
Oh, actually, I didn't roll with advantage on my roll.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Can I
definitely
re-roll
fix
that? Or I mean, does it matter? Or do I keep the 7?
that. Just make another roll, and we'll see if you hit. Because
Okay.
it's got to be better than the 1. So.
I mean, yeah, you don't.
So even the 13 hits.
Okay.
So.
Oh, it's unlucky.
So go ahead and roll damage.
It gave you the advantage roll.
Yeah,
Oh
just
yeah.
Alright,
I'll just
I rolled
take the 9. 'Cause I took the first one for the other one as well. So you'll end up doing 13 points of damage to the Minotaur.
+2 for
Um,
rage.
Plus for rage, so 15 points of damage. And I'm just gonna put a question mark now for the end of his health, because you guys don't know how much health he has.
That's gonna be a bunch.
He does take this hit, and instead of taking it on the horn like you thought was going to happen, you actually cut off one of the 2 horns.
Boom.
And he holds his noggin for a moment, clearly stunned and hurt by this. That would be your turn, unless you have something else you can do.
Yeah, that was my frenzy attack, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'll just laugh at him. Be like, you're gonna have disadvantage on your horn attacks now, bitch.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you
And,
say that. You actually say that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. That brings us actually to the Orog. And he's going to use both his movement and his bonus action to engage with Victor, who he immediately runs at and makes several attacks. Let me see if I will roll this so everyone can see. He will make 2 great axe attacks. 19.
that'll hit.
Okay. And a 21. Wow.
Both hit.
Those are good rolls.
Yikes.
5 damage and 12 damage.
So 17.
So he comes in swinging hard and accurate as you are engaged with the Minotaur. That said, that was his full turn, and we go to you.
Okay.
It is your turn.
I'm going to attack the Minotaur with a longsword.
Okay.
And probably miss again.
What about the that new fancy mace you got? Isn't that better than the longsword?
It is the exact same thing.
So the longsword is a miss.
Yeah. And then do we action surge? Why not? We'll do the action surge and go again.
Okay.
How many of those do you have?
Just the one.
Just one action surge? Okay.
Yeah.
So that was exactly what you needed to hit the Minotaur.
Okay. So then we'll hit him with a slash. And then, so 9. And then we'll, I mean, he's probably got strength out the wazoo, but we'll try to trip him.
Okay.
So I have to roll a d8. And then he has to do a strength save of 14. And I get 1 extra damage. Fantastic. And then I still get a bonus action, right?
You do, as long as the action surge isn't a bonus action.
Yeah, that's not a bonus action. So then I would do my heal. So second wind, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Looking at my boxes here, so we'll
You never get hits, so it's rare we see a second
yeah,
one from Victor.
D10. So +3 is 12, so I get 12. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, I haven't been putting my damage here. So I'm at 29 right now.
I can see your health on the encounter tracker as well. Actually, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. I just want to make sure the gang can see it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. That brings us to Aerith. What would you like to do?
Let's not go wasting spell slots yet. I'm gonna use a cantrip. I'm gonna use Chill Touch.
Okay.
I'm gonna target the half ogre in the back,
Gotcha.
or no, the Minotaur.
Okay. Minotaur. And what saving throw do I need to make for Chill Touch?
Look.
I think he rolls.
I just roll, I think.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Does 14 hit?
It does hit.
Okay. And he takes 3 necrotic damage.
Gotcha. And he gives a shout as he feels this cold necrosis spread across his skin where your spell takes effect. And you can hear some of the crowd go, "Ooh." And there's like shouts. They kind of understand that's why the scrawny bird boy is in this fight. Would you like to move? You can fly. Just a note. There is plenty of space in this room. It is a 40 or 45 foot dome, and so like from where you're standing, there's plenty of room to fly around.
Yeah, why not? Like, that'll just give me an angle from which to hit everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. I will change your color to put you flying. We'll do the fiery color.
And if everybody dies, I can just fly away.
If anything, you're like the ultimate healer because you can just swoop in, heal, then run away.
Yeah, none of these guys seem ranged. They all seem melee, so that'll be good.
Until they start throwing shit.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to just fly straight up in the air here, or would you like to move like into the center of the room or sides, or are you good there?
I think I'm gonna fly above, like right here.
Okay. Gotcha. So you're above the fray. I'm gonna say like, are you like all the way towards the ceiling, or are you like halfway just up in the air?
Halfway, so I can, yeah. So I'm not like too far away.
Gotcha. So you're about 25 feet in the air or so, and everyone's like, "Oh," and they're like, "Wow, okay, Scrawny Bird Boy's got it a little bit." That brings us to the half ogre, and the half ogre is going to see all of this happening, and he does pull out a javelin, and he will move forward and try to take aim at you. To be clear, he only has the one javelin though, so far as you can tell. So he's gonna throw it. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Nice.
Okay, and it goes by you, and it actually goes into the crowd towards one of those bugbears in the back. And the 15 is actually enough to hit the bugbear.
Is your AC like 16?
16 exactly.
Oh man, that's sick. That's awesome.
You can see that this bugbear takes the javelin to the shoulder and is profusely bleeding, and takes 9 points of damage.
Nice.
I'd go over and try to patch up the bugbear as an excuse to like scope out the area, take a look around.
Is that Zeusanu or Harry? I saw Harry move.
Zeusanu.
Okay. You
Zeusanu
can
throw a tentacle
go over to
that'll
offer
heal
your
it.
services if you so wish.
Go up to him and be like, "Oh, that sucks, man. Let me patch you up real quick."
Okay. Make a persuasion check. I'm gonna switch you back.
Yeah, Harry runs over
21.
too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. and but with the intent to help Zusanu, but also to make sure that javelin does not make its way back into the arena.
Oh, good call.
Nice. Okay. So your persuasion check actually goes down. He's like, my shoulder, and he's like groaning. You're like, can I? And he's like, whatever, just make it feel better.
Ugh, I heal him for 5 HP.
So actually, as you do this, Harold, you are able to say, oh no, we can't pull it out. He might die. And Zusanu, you're like, it's true. Like he could definitely be significantly more hurt if you pulled it out. He would potentially bleed everywhere. So the best you can do right now is sort of staunch the bleeding with the javelin stuck into his shoulder.
Yeah, Harry would tell him leave it in. Just go to a doctor later.
Oh, and he's like, oh god, I hope I get enough gold to go to a doctor. He's like holding the javelin where you told him to keep pressure down.
Harry's holding it too.
Gotcha. That would be the ogre's turn. Or the half ogre's turn. That does bring us all the way back to the top of the round to the Minotaur. The Minotaur is going to. Oh gosh. So it was Volknar who primarily hurt the Minotaur, I believe.
Yeah, I
Did the
did
most damage.
15. Yeah.
Okay. He is going to attack you recklessly. And he's going to attack you recklessly with his great axe at this point. And so, after losing one of his horns, he grabs the great axe off of his back and gives it a mighty swing at you, getting a. So he's got the advantage on this. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
Okay. And he will deal 17 points of damage to you. That is halved for raging, so 9 points of damage.
Dang.
It's a tough fight.
Thank goodness for rage though. 17 at once would have been a lot of fucking damage.
Yeah, right.
That is his full turn, except for he is going to move to try to get, and I'll just sort of do this so that Aerith is here for a moment. This, and Aerith, you're like flying up above still. So he is going to move temporarily outside of Victor's range if Victor would like to take an attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah. We'll go for it. Get a 14, which is
That's a hit.
just what I need. So 8 damage. Yeah, I think we'll stay at 8. Okay. No trip. Or wait, has Volknar gone? Did Volknar go in this round yet?
I haven't moved yet. No.
He's
Oh,
next.
I'm
yeah.
next.
So I think I will trip him then, or try to trip him, even though he's like
Okay.
steroids.
Let's see.
Okay, so another 4 damage.
You trip him.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alright, so another 4 damage.
Dude, cheers loudly.
He is prone, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything against that. Damn. Okay. So he is prone on the ground at this point. That would bring us to Volknar.
To get advantage, Volknar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I guess I already have advantage, so there's no reason to try to get behind him or anything. So I'll just attack him from where I'm standing.
Okay.
$22 to hit.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Swings the great axe for 14 plus 2.
Ooh, baby.
Wow. All right. I thought I made this fight hard.
I mean, it is so far. Hey, We have to.
and
We're
we take
thinking. We're
that
being
full
strategic
17
here.
points damage.
Great Axe
This
just does
is
so much
true.
damage.
Yeah.
You've done 51 damage to the Minotaur so far.
Damn.
Is there anything else you would like to do for your turn, Volkmar?
Yeah, I'm gonna frenzy attack him. Yeah. Oh,
Gotcha.
oops, that meant to be advantage.
Just roll it again, and that's a hit. It's going to be a hit regardless, unless you get a natural 20.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Oh, that's perfect.
There you go.
I mean, you rolled 4 times.
Yeah, right?
And the first one hit anyway.
Exactly.
12 plus 2.
Nice. It's
Wow.
another
All right.
14. So is that 65? That's 65 damage.
A lot of
You're
damage.
just slashing and hacking directly into this Minotaur as he lies on the ground at this point, howling and bleeding.
It's like beating him into submission with.
Yeah. Focusing one guy was, I
Great
forgot
axe.
to mention it, but focusing one guy was like part of
Yeah.
my plan.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
But should he be at 65? I thought that's what
Oh,
he
is it? My bad. 65.
at 51 before.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn, Volknar, or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. That brings us to the Orog, who will attack Victor once again with 2 Great Axe attacks.
Oh, see if you still got the hot hand.
Let's see it.
13.
Oh, miss.
Okay. 20.
Oh, that's a hit.
And only 5 damage.
Okay, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, is taking a potion, would that be like their action, or is that like an item interaction, or how does that work?
So the rules as written are that potions are an action. Rules as I run them, there's a bonus action.
Okay.
That's
That
nice.
makes more sense.
Do they heal
Yeah,
a flat rate, or is there a roll for it?
Roll
I
for
think
it.
it's like 1d4 plus 2 or something.
Okay.
2d4 plus 2, I believe.
Yeah.
2d4. Okay.
It's just a mini heal.
Just like chugging a quick sody in the middle of battle.
Yeah.
Get
You're
that
gonna
road
Red
soda
Bull,
down.
man.
We'll see
Can't
how the
wait.
rest of this round goes before we start getting desperate.
Road soda.
I mean, like, go nuts on the potions. Those things are a dime a dozen to us.
I think the boys are good for now, but he's just asking, for future
Yeah.
reference. But soon
All
they
right.
may need them.
Victor Trahan, it is your turn.
All right. So Minotaur still prone.
Yes.
Nice. Going for a sword attack here.
Hack him, Victor!
Damn. Okay.
Wow.
I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess we're hitting
So close.
11 damage, and the question is, so is he still alive?
How would you like to do this? He had exactly 11 hit points left.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, while he's on the ground, we're just sticking our sword right in his heart, where we suspect his heart should be, I guess. I don't know where a Minotaur's heart. I'm not a scientist.
And you
So-
find it, and you find it with precision, I would say.
It'd
Nice.
be badass if you just like stare down the guy who's still alive and just like while you're staring him down, just like finish the other guy on the ground. Just like sword down while staring, just like walk towards him.
Yeah. So, Victor's amped after finishing off that dude and just gives his shield a smack with his sword and tells the Orog to bring it.
Okay. That brings us to Aerith. What would you like to do?
I cast Bless.
Nice.
All right. And do you hit 3 or 4 people?
Let me see.
And the only reason I ask is because you can, obviously you want it on yourself, Victor, and Volknar, I assume. But if you want it on one of your other comrades in the crowd, you may do so.
I don't know how many. 3 creatures.
3 creatures. Okay.
So,
So is it yourself,
I-
Volknar, and Victor?
yeah.
Would 4 be upcasting? Is that what you're saying?
4
it
is
must be.
upcasting, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You guys are blessed. Would you like to move at all, or are you good?
I'm good where I am.
What does Bless do
Okay.
again?
You get an extra dice for your some of your rolls.
You roll a d4 for your to hits and saving throws.
Nice. Okay.
Giving you guys the yellow as a reminder.
Thank you. Half ogre. The half ogre will charge in with his great axe as well, and he will be yelling, "No, not Minnie!" And he will attack Victor, who he saw plunge his sword into the Minotaur's heart. Minnie the Minotaur.
Minotaur.
First attack is a miss, but the second attack
Second
is
attack
a hit.
hits, yeah. And they're on their game tonight.
He's going to drop 11 damage on you.
Okay.
Should I start healing?
Yeah, I mean,
I'd say go
probably.
for it. Use the potions up before you use your spell slots.
So Minotaur was the top of their order. Was their first guy. So then I think it goes back to the top of the order. So
me.
yeah,
Volknar
Volknar, then me. Yeah. So yeah, I think wait, does Orog? Orog goes before Victor. So it's Volknar, Orog, Victor, half ogre. Okay. And then Aerith goes in there, yeah. All right, we got this. We got this, boys.
What's your
Volknar,
health
what would
at?
you like to do?
Oh yeah, my health. Alright.
I think I'm gonna heal you.
Okay.
Volknar, what would you like to do?
What's the turn order again?
Volknar, Orog, Victor, Aerith, half ogre.
I don't know, man. Should I use a potion on you, Victor?
Yeah, I mean, Orog does go before Aeroth, which, I mean, if he hits me with 2 great axes, I'd probably die. But then he could always pick me up and then heal me or something. I don't. Yeah.
But you said the potion is a bonus action.
So to use a potion on yourself is a bonus action. To force a potion down another person's gullet, however, is an action.
Okay. Do I get my my frenzy attack if I do the potion?
I'm gonna tell you right now, Volknar, Victor is a gambling man. Just go for it. Fuck him up.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's hope you make it through this turn.
Yeah. Well,
he's pretty high, you know.
Yeah.
He's got a high roll, but you know.
At this point, just pick one. Just pick one of the two, and we'll gang them. Gang.
Do something to get their attention.
And if you do start rolling death rolls, you're blessed. So there you go.
I'll move 15 feet down. I get like behind the Orog, you know, get that advantage, and swing the great axe. $19.
That is a hit.
Slash him up. 9 plus 2 for 11, and I get a D4.
No.
You
that's
only get the
for
D4
to
to
hit.
hit.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
To make sure you hit, you know.
Okay, so just 11 damage then.
Okay. And do you so that was your frenzied attack, is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll do the. Well, wait, no, that was my regular attack.
Oh, okay.
And
Would grapple be an action, or is that a bonus action?
Grapple is a full action.
All right, and then I'll swing the great axe again.
That is also a hit.
$10 plus 2.
Okay, 12 more points of damage to the Orog. He is bloodied. I will say that you have done, what does that work out to?
25.
5 points. 23 points of damage.
Unless one turn.
I think I missed 2 points of damage there for the rage, actually. So you're right, 25. Yeah, he's definitely bloodied. He is hurt pretty badly, but he's still standing at this time. And he is looking desperate.
It's 23. It's 23 because I had a 9 plus 2 is 11. 10 plus 2 is 12.
Oh,
12
gotcha.
plus 11 is
Quick math.
23. I mean, I
Oh,
want
I
to
was
take
looking at the
bigger
Orog's
damage,
damage. Yeah.
but
Cool. It is now the Orog's turn, and the Orog will.
He's got
I
to
think
defend himself.
Yeah, he's definitely going to turn to Volknar. So Volknar, the Orog will take 2 Great Axe attacks against you. 24 to hit,
oof, that's a hit.
and a dirty 20 to hit. So he's going to hit you twice
7.
for a total of 30 damage halved. So 15 points of damage.
That's
Yikes.
still rough.
Does your heal help multiple people?
And so the two of you, these orcish figures, trading blows with great axes. You can see that they're literally just trading like body blows with effectively baseball bat sized great axes on each other. Blood is flying through the air, and the crowd is quite enjoying this spectacle.
This is rough.
Victor, you are next.
Okay, so I assume Aerith can't heal us both in his turn, right?
Correct.
You have to
Okay.
choose.
So Victor will attack Orog and use his healing potion as a bonus action and tell Aerith, or not tell, but suggest, Aerith heal uses heal on Volknar.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and we're blessed. Okay,
That is a hit.
nice. 5 damage. We got one more superiority die. We'll use it to try to trip Orog.
Okay.
D8.
We'll do.
Was refresh with a short rest or a long rest?
Everything, all my moves refresh with a short rest.
Nice.
Yeah, so another 6 damage, and okay, so he passes save. Yeah, and then I'm gonna pop that healing potion. So what was it 2d4? Okay,
That's right.
come on. Okay, 3 plus. What was the
+2.
+2? So 5. Okay, I think that's hopefully able to survive another round here.
All right.
So,
Aerith.
get you up to 18.
Yep.
Okay,
have to do?
okay. I fly over to Volknar and I heal him.
Okay. And staying out of reach of the Orog at first, you then plummet down towards Volknar behind him, still away from the reach of this Orog. And you use Cure Wounds, is that right?
Yeah. Should I cast it at the second level? That would give an extra D8 healing.
Well, what is it at already?
It's 1d8 by default.
Oh,
I
how
will
low
say
is
if
is Volknar?
11.
He's got 11 hit
You're at
points.
11.
That's not too bad.
It is kind of bad.
I mean, I just took 15 points of damage.
Yeah, if he gets, he won't survive if he gets hit again.
Yeah, I'm gonna upcast it at second level.
Okay. Let's see that
No.
roll.
Where's the D8? There's D8. Five. Let me roll another.
You have a
8.
modifier too.
Yeah. So that's 12 because I have a +4 modifier.
Pretty good. Back up to 23 hit points.
The fuck?
Nice.
My owlbear's
Aerith, is there anything else you would like to do? Do you want to like move like back up into the air or anything, or
should probably get back in the air.
Is there anything I can do with a bonus action? I don't know. Probably not.
unless you have like a potion that you want to use or a power that is specifically bonus action related. Otherwise, I would say no. Shout something to the crowd.
No. I guess I'll just end my turn.
That brings us to the half ogre, who will continue to try. He will continue to try and attack Victor, and he gets attack with his battle axe. Let's see. 17 does not hit. Correct.
Correct.
All right. That's all he's got on this turn.
Good.
He will change his position to try to. He's gonna. That's like difficult terrain on top of that dead body, so he will just go here. And that brings us to the top of the turn order. Back to Volknar.
All right. Volkner's gonna try to get an Orog side. He's gonna go on the left side because he doesn't want to be so close to that half ogre.
Okay.
For advantage, and attack the Orog again.
All right.
$13 to hit.
That is not a hit. Although you get a D4, so go ahead and roll that.
Ooh.
Yeah. That might save it.
A 1.
Yeah, 14 does not hit.
Ugh.
Damn. All right, I will frenzy attack the guy again.
Okay.
Go.
That's a hit.
Oh man. 5 + 2.
Okay. He is severely hurt at this time, but he's still just standing.
That's all
So
I got.
7 is like your minimum when you're raging.
Yeah, right.
That's
Minimum
pretty
damage.
good. That's pretty
Yeah.
good minimum.
Yeah.
The Orog will turn to you and he will take some swings, with the intent to kill you as quickly as possible. 17?
That hits.
Yikes.
13.
That does not hit.
All right. And he's going to dish out 9 points of damage, halved, so 5 points of damage to you. That would be the Orog's turn. Yeah, he can't really go anywhere. You guys have him forked. Victor, what would you like to do?
Victor's going to attack the Orog. I don't think Bless is even going to help him here.
Well, you have advantage. You're attacking him from the side.
Is that a thing?
You guys are flanking, technically.
Okay.
I've been allowing that right now.
Okay, we'll take it.
That's a hit.
So 9 damage to the Orog.
All right, go ahead and describe your kill.
So I guess I was attacking his like side or whatever, or his back, or we'll get to his back and stick our sword, like the whole sword, just thrust it right through his back. And yeah. And then like take our foot and like, kick him off of our sword, kind of action style.
Gotcha. And he plummets to the ground, sword dripping the Orog blood. And you turn to the half ogre, who looks at you. In the beginnings of terror are, forming on his face.
Harry yells, "Prestige worldwide!"
Aerith.
And he's like shaking the guy next to him, the bald guy, like in excitement.
Those are my boys.
It's my
Oh.
turn.
Yes, it is your. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Hmm.
Do you have unlimited heals at like the regular level?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like you say, you can upcast. Like I don't know if you have a certain number of upcasts or you just have like.
No,
you
they,
can just
healing
heal.
takes
I
spell slots.
assume.
I have 2 second level slots and 4 first level slots. I've used 1 second level and used 1 first level, so I have like 4 slots in total left.
And they regenerate at long rests, right? Not short.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Unfortunately,
Wow.
that's why I'm being careful.
Yeah.
How much do we restore HP on a short rest?
Depends on how good you roll.
Yeah.
What's
Because
the
you're
top
rolling your
roll?
own hit dice in that instance. So you theoretically could roll up to your maximum hit
You
points.
can also drink your potions,
Yes.
and it won't like cost like initiative turns, right? Because you're just
Yeah,
sitting on
you're
the
just
stage
chilling.
waiting. So,
Okay.
yeah, Harry would cheer on Aeroth to attack the last ogre.
Maybe I'll come down with melee.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
The feathers
Yeah.
flying.
I fly down and I use a scimitar.
Okay.
And I have
and as you-
advantage, right?
Yes, because you will be flanking. Go ahead. See it.
No, wait a moment.
Scimitar is Achilles.
It didn't roll advantage.
Just roll again. We'll take the higher. All right.
19?
19 is a hit.
9.
Ooh, max damage.
9 points of damage. So you swoop down, slashing at this creature, and you can suddenly hear some of the guys go, "Get him, Sky Chicken!" Some of these people are definitely going to lose money. Can I get insight check from like Alistair? I think Alistair's probably best place for this.
Sure.
Yeah, this is not what the crowd expected. They did not expect these. What did I call them? This crew from the Underdark. They did not expect them to lose in this manner or begin losing in this manner.
Like, so the crowd starts to get riled up. Alistair just like has been calmly like sitting back in his seat, just like smirking this whole time.
Would you like to fly back up, Aerith, or not?
That would give him an attack of opportunity, right?
Correct.
No, I do not want to fly back up. I do not want to get hit at all.
Okay. So he will. His turn next. He is probably going to make an attack against you, however, enraged by the fact that a Birdman has flown down to attack him. He will put his battle axe in both of his hands and swing with all of his might in your direction.
Oh no.
What does that mean?
It means that his damage die is going to go from a D8 to a D10. And so in this
Okay.
instance, a
Not
21
so
hits,
bad. Yeah.
and he does 7 points of damage.
7? Okay.
But that is his full turn, and we are back to Volknar.
Alrighty. I guess I'll get on the side of him. I think I got that movement right. Oh yeah, I got that. Walk around the dead Orog behind Aerith to the side.
Okay.
And swing the great axe.
Stepping over the body of the fallen comrade, you swing your great axe, hopefully into the back of this creature. Yep, that's a hit.
Seven plus 2.
Okay.
And,
Dealing 9 damage.
and yeah, I'll do my frenzy attack on him as well. 12.
That's actually a hit.
Ooh, got lucky.
It's also plus a D4, so
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's true.
but you
Actually,
got
is
it.
that?
Oh, there we go, baby. There we go.
Nice.
Nice.
Huge one.
2
Six
max
plus 2.
damages.
And so the first hit, so you're going to kill him. But the first hit sort of staggers him, so that with the second hit, you can effectively do whatever you would like.
And a message.
I'm gonna chop off his arm with the weapon in it.
Gotcha. And so you stick your axe into his shoulder blade, and then with your second slice, you lop off the arm of the shoulder that you hit. So you weaken the structure of the bones underneath, and then taking
That's
it
gruesome.
off, breaking him, and he falls to the floor dead.
And then
The
I
crowd
scream,
goes
"Let's go! Proceed
wild.
worldwide!"
At the moment of that, Harry's disturbed, but he also rips the javelin out of the dude and two-hands it over his head, like cheering, pumping it up and down.
Gotcha. Can you just roll me a d4?
Sure.
Alistair quickly looks around to make sure nobody left, like bailing out on paying.
Yeah, watch
him.
watch the doors. Where the hell am I? Sorry. D4. 3.
Okay. You do another 3 damage to this bugbear, who lets out this massive howl of pain. Let me just double check to see how much bugbears have.
Less than 12.
Right. Nope, he's still alive.
Okay.
But he's like, "Oh God, they're hurt." But you can see that as you pulled it out, the poultice that Harold put on, or Zusanu put on there, actually fell into the wound, and so it's like clogging up like the bubbling blood trying to come up and out, and it's doing its job. Your work is not shoddy, Zusanu, but people begin handing you their gold begrudgingly.
Yeah. Harry
All
walks
of them.
around, collects it from each guy individually. Yeah. He's gloating with a huge smile on his face. This is my boys! Prestige worldwide! Then go sit next to Alistair with the souvenir javelin by my side.
Gotcha.
I'd go join them after I finish repatching up the bugbear.
And Nazca Ergray steps down the steps, clapping, hand to his chest because he only has one hand, and he goes, "Well done. Back to the pen with you. We've got another bout before you're due back within the next hour or so."
Can we grab that half ogre's battle axe? Or
If you would like to, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, loot them. Take all their gear.
I just want the
Yeah.
battle axe sounds sweet.
Do they have any gold? Can I search for gold on their bodies?
You can attempt to do so.
Okay, I'll attempt.
Go ahead
Or
and
any
make an
other thing
investigation check.
A quick rummage.
So what do we make for our bets? Like 1-to-1 odds?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay.
So we each made another 100 gold.
Yeah, yeah. Or it was 130, I believe.
Yeah, 130.
Several of these guys come down off the bleachers and they actually drag the bodies. Oops, sorry, wrong guy. They drag the bodies into the corner over here and they just like leave them there for now. It takes several people to do the Minotaur in particular. Like 3 people, 2 people for the half ogre and 1 for the Orog. But they drag them over. A lot of you go back to your pen, and as you are sitting there, you hear Noxa say to everyone, "Now the second bout. We will bring out Kenku assassins." And there's a big one and a little one that come out. 2 assassins, Kenku, and they take positions over here in this corner. And then Noska says, "Weapons at the ready. Next thing we release is the most dangerous, the Goth." and you can see that he goes deep in, and if you're looking, Volknar or Aerith or Victor, you can see the way that he opens this last pen has a bigger door, and he opens it so that he is basically enclosed in the corner behind the door as he opens it. So he's protected from this creature as it goes out, and it flies out of the room, beholder like, gazer like, under the floor, and immediately begins combat with the two creatures at the end of the room. As it does so, you can see that the Kenku assassins are incredibly skilled, incredibly quick, and good at what they do. I
We bet
assume
on
that you
this?
guys, yeah, you guys have already. We'll say that you guys already bet on this. Like, if you would like to.
Whoa, Alistair. Who do you got? Who you taking?
Oh, I'm sitting this one out.
You're gonna sit this one out?
Yeah.
All right, Harry's gonna put 20 on the Kenku assassins.
Zusanu's gonna put 20 on the giant monster thingy.
All right, then
Okay.
I'm just gonna bet with Zeusanu on this one.
No, let's do different bets. Let's see who wins.
No, I'm saying I'm betting with you,
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're betting against each other. Got you.
like with each other instead
yeah.
of the other guys.
Yeah, all right, I like it.
Like if we were sitting next to each other, we'd just make like a 20 gold bet with each other.
What's the name of the thing? Would
It
any
is
of us know what it is?
Maybe Harry. Actually, you and Harry can make Arcana checks.
14.
At 20.
Harry, you have heard of it in your time from a book. It is described as a Gauth, Gauth. In particular, it is known to be a type of hungry, tyrannical-like beholder. It tries to eat magic, and that's where you learned of it because it was in one of your books of study, and tries to exact tribute from anything weaker than itself. It has 6 eye rays, and they sort of leap off the back of its head and look forward in the normal sort of manner of a beholder. And as it begins to fight, you can see that one of them shoots fire, one of them shoots probably some sort of necrotic damage. Eventually, one of the Kenkus is put to sleep, and all the while, these Kenku are like darting around, using darts and like shurikens that they're throwing into this thing. It does quite a bit of damage. They do quite a bit of damage to it, you believe. They even sort of hurt one of the eyes enough that it seems unusable. But eventually, as this thing bears down on one of the Kenku, it charges at it, stuns it with its main eye, and then paralyzes the other, and then unleashes fire on both of them. And they are burned to a crisp, feathers and all, in front of the crowd who is going wild. At this, you can hear Noxa give a whistle and toss a piece of meat into the cell. And Volknar, Victor, Aerith, you can see him tossing the piece of meat into the cell. At which point the Goth hurriedly, and hungrily goes into the chamber, devouring the meat at the back of the chamber. At which point he closes the cell door once more.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does hold person work on things that are not people?
It does not, because it's there are other spells for that, such as like dominate creature, I believe, or hold monster.
Okay, I'd have to have that spell.
Yes, and I think those are like higher level spells, as a matter of fact, too.
I'll pay up, wizard boy.
Harry, with a disgruntled look on his face, discreetly hands off 20 gold to Zeusanu.
Wait, so Zeusanu bet against the bird people?
Yep.
That's great.
Well, they're clearly a inferior type of bird, which as a peak specimen of bird, I could tell just by looking at them. So I would put Harry's gold into my very much overflowing pouch of gold.
All right.
Very discreetly. I don't want
Group's
I
gold.
don't want to advertise that I have a shitload of gold on me.
At
Harry
this
only
time,
won 100 last time because he's being honest. But he's gonna definitely bet the full 130 this time on our boys.
and at this point, the crowd says, "Oh wow," they're all sort of like relaxing, and you can see that some of them are leaving the room and coming back with ales. Um, and they seem to be leaving for several minutes at a time at this point, and it seems to be some sort of intermission. Those of you in the pen, you can go ahead and use a short rest if you have not done so already. Use up as many hit dies as you'd like. In regards to the rest of you, Noxa comes up to you and says, "We don't know you yet. No further shall you go. But if you need a beer, we'll have one of the boys bring it to you." He's saying
Yeah,
this
br-
to you.
Hey,
Alistair waves it.
I can't walk around.
Alistair
Can't
waves it
go
off,
stretch
and
my
he's like,
legs?
"I'll pass."
Where can I stretch my legs?
You can walk right here, but no further.
Wait, what did I roll?
Zusuno would gladly take a small ale.
And they bring you back a tankard.
They're rolling for HP, but if you're not hurt, then it doesn't matter for you.
I'm hurt.
Well, then you can use
Click
short
on
rest too.
short rest, and then click on one of the boxes, and it'll be like a button with like a heart.
Yeah,
Click
it's
that.
not coming up.
I mean, you can roll for it manually. It's just, do you know what it says? Like mine, for example, says 1d10 plus 4. So does yours say anything like that?
1d8 plus 2.
Yeah, so just roll that.
Roll some d8s.
So
And you probably have more than just one if you
Yeah.
wanted to roll more.
So I get you 6. So yeah, you just do it one more time and top yourself off. Which, I mean, you can't not roll 1, so you're good.
Burn it if you got it.
Yeah.
I can survive missing 1 health point, I think.
I mean, we're probably gonna.
Hopefully.
I'm hoping that we're done with this after. This is the last fight, right?
I have a spell blindness and deafness. I kind of want to hit it with blindness.
That
Oh,
sounds like a
cool.
good call for
That'll
the
probably help for
eyeball
an eye
monster creature.
Yeah.
This sounds like the perfect spell.
But you might not even be fighting that thing though.
What?
Oh, they're
Yeah, we
fighting
got
it.
it.
Yeah.
It was a
That is-
tournament style. Of course they're
Yeah,
fighting it.
that thing is like the
I don't know. Maybe he had
Wow.
something worse up his sleeve for that.
It's the boss monster.
yeah. This guy-
So you guys will be let back out of your pen first. For those of you who are betting, go ahead and figure that out for yourselves.
Or I already said I was betting 130 on
I'll do the
second
full
round.
130
Yeah,
again.
I'm doing it again. Betting on the
Okay.
boys. See how rich I can get.
Aerith, what is your HP? You are currently at 23 of 24.
Yeah.
What's the worst that happens? They die.
Right? Like, we might lose money, but they would lose their characters.
Let's hope not.
We gotta play smart here.
You guys will be able to buy new friends at least.
Yeah, exactly. We'll hire.
If we, hey, Victor.
Yeah.
I think Victor gave Alistair a parting gift.
If we die, we change roles. You become cleric.
Well, let's not. We're not going to get there because we're going to win this thing. What
Yeah,
are we
exactly.
talking about?
Talking like that. Stop talking like that.
Yeah.
We're like full health. We're ready to go. If we lose by 1 HP,
Well, our
eh,
team's
what?
gonna win. I have no doubt of that. Only 2 might survive.
So Noxa will unlock the door as he goes by and says, "You can go take your positions. When you're ready, give a shout. I'll let out the Gouth. You guys can take whatever
Okay.
spots you would like."
Let's set up
Aerith.
near the boys here so they can maybe give us some pointers on what the hell we're fighting here.
Aerith, be careful flying, because if you get knocked
Oh.
out, you'll take fall
You guys
damage
can
too.
be our
With Harry's nat 20 on the history check of the eye guy, does
Yeah.
he suspect any weakness that he knows about? Did he read in any books or any
Yeah,
shortcomings?
I feel like we're in a coach's corner here.
Not necessarily a weakness, but you do know that you want to be able to avoid your gaze from the creature. That way you don't. If you meet the central eye effectively, and you can tell them this, if you look
Yeah,
directly at the
but,
central
yeah.
eye and you make eye contact with it, it might be able to stun you.
Yeah. Boys, don't look at its eye. The main eye.
All right. Is that going to give us like a disadvantage if we can't look at it when we're trying to attack it?
So
You don't want to
the
find out.
Look at its forehead, not the eye.
Okay.
So mechanically, the way that works is, unless surprised, a creature can avert its eyes at the start of its turn to avoid the saving throw. If a creature does so, it can't see the goth until the start of its next turn, when it can avert its eyes again.
All right.
If the creature looks at the goth in the meantime, it must immediately make the save.
Nice.
So when doing this, like, you're going to be taking certain attacks at disadvantage, basically.
Okay. Victor can't be surprised, so
Oh.
good there.
Nothing gets by him.
All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
He will release the goth. And it flies out, and it actually gets a 22 on its initiative, so let's see what you guys
Oh
get.
shit!
Oh my god.
Damn.
Wild.
26.
Volknar.
And Volknar with an 18. Close, but no cigar for the beefy boys. It will be the
Wait.
goth that goes first.
I had a plan. Can I like ready in action?
Yeah, you can actually, because he gave you enough time to get out there, so you can absolutely have ready to action.
So okay, I want to like park flying above the thing, you know, like above the hole.
Sure.
So when it flies out, I hit it with blindness.
Okay. And what do I need to roll for that?
The con save
It's a con save.
of 14.
And it fails. And what does
Oh
that
shit!
Okay, you blind or deafen foe. Choose one creature. Target is either blinded or deafened, your choice for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make a Constitution saving throw.
do? Okay. So it zooms out, and as it does so and flies under you, and you're like flapping your wings above it, you hit it with this spell, and it fails its save, and it tumbles into the dirt and pops back up over here. And it turns, looking around with one big blind eye, and you can see that like the main eye has a big X over it. It will begin to shoot its eye rays at random because of this.
Oh no.
Harry ducks.
Hit the
Alright.
deck.
So the
Oh,
eye rays
man.
can see, so they can aim.
Yeah.
The Enervation Ray will be cast towards, I want to say, Victor first. Victor, I need you to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. 16.
So you make it, so you're only going to take half damage. So this would be 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Another eye ray will attack Volknar.
How is it like randomly like attacking?
So the goth shoots 3 of the following magical eyes at random, and I'm just like going closest to furthest. That's all.
But it can't see.
So it has these eye stalks, and through the eye stalks, that's how it makes these attacks.
He's got
It's
eyeballs
the
at the end of the tentacles.
But
Yeah.
shouldn't those be blind too?
No, so it's just the stunning gaze that the way that I'm ruling this.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, still pretty big advantage.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, I mean, but like, I'd imagine everything would be blind because it says the foe is blinded.
Let me check the spell, or let me just see. Shoots magic. Following magical arrows to the
Because he's not really blinded.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Give me a moment. So The one thing that's kind of weird about this is he doesn't have to make attack rolls. Typically, when you make an attack roll, it means you're like targeting something and you have to see if you hit it. His things automatically hit. And I don't know if that's because he can see them. A creature with dark vision can see through the darkness. He doesn't have dark vision. Oh no, he does have dark vision. Does that matter for this?
No, I think it's just like they're magically blind.
What does blind mean though? I guess that's the question. Like, what's the definition of? What's it say? Like in the
Like-
spell.
Like you
I'm
think
reading it.
Like even if they automatically hit, he'd still have to see what he's like shooting at, right? Because he is shooting something.
Well, it depends. Some spells say within sight, and then others just say, are automatic hits, regardless of whatever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
Depends on like the attack itself. I would think maybe.
If it's like vision based.
Yeah.
So there's an answer from the Jeremy Crawford himself.
Ooh.
So you are correct. His eye rays do not go off. He is blinded fully this turn, and he cannot. So go ahead and gain that hit points back, Victor. And he will just end his turn by making the saving throw. So let's see if he can become unblinded. 21.
Oh no.
So now
Well-
he is. He was unblinded for that full turn, so you got a full turn out of it. That's pretty good.
Oh, cool. One is affected by blind.
Cool.
Well, look at that.
So go ahead, Victor. What would you like to do?
All right. So when you say this thing's flying, like, is he out of melee range?
It's like 5 feet off the ground. It's within. It like bounced off the ground at first there when it came out, so it's within melee range.
Okay. Nice. So Victor is going to do like a serpentine like dodge thing because he doesn't want to like get it by any rays, and then he's just gonna like jump up in the air and go for like an epic longsword attack.
Okay.
Say 13. Does 13 hit?
That does not hit.
Hmm.
Its skin is pretty leathery and tough, and as you think you should hit it, your blade feels like it's carving against it, the way that you would like bark of a tree. So like when you hit a tree with your sword, it sort of deflects off, right? Same sort of feeling to it.
Question is, do I action surge and try again? Yes. We'll try again. Because Victor
Okay.
doesn't accept no for it. Victor doesn't accept no.
Or do you save the action surge for when you're blessed?
I mean, I hit anyway, looks like. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Unless he's
Yeah,
like
that's a hit.
tough as
If
nails
that's
here.
not a hit, that's rough.
Yeah, okay. So we'll do their damage. And then, okay, pretty bad damage. But then, I feel like,
Trip it.
can I trip it? I mean, I'll try to like knock it out of the air, I guess, is what a trip would do
Yeah.
in the situation.
That's
Okay.
exactly right.
Hit it with the flat side of your sword at the ground.
One damn, that's rough. Okay.
Spike it like
Do
a
one extra
volleyball.
damage, but it's all busy. Let's see, did he
Let's see.
14?
It's a strength, right?
14, yeah, so get a strength save of 14.
So he actually bounces off the ground and back up into the air. So you're not able to necessarily keep him down in this one instance, but you do think it's probably possible.
Okay.
Nice. It is almost 10 p.m., but like I'm good to continue for a little bit if you guys want to continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm just watching. This is great.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to do, Victor?
No, we're just gonna get in his face and so confused right now on what this thing is.
Poke him in the eyeball.
Gotcha.
My interpretation is like a magic vacuum cleaner that can spit it back out in different ways.
I feel like these people are gonna be
Uh,
super upset if we kill it.
Let's see. So I will say you guys all get this full round of like not having to be impacted by the Gouth's eye based on the way the magic works and when turn order happens and everything. But at the beginning of your next turns, that's when like the stunning eye and stuff is going to begin taking effect. So go ahead, Volknar. It is your turn.
Alright, I guess I'll we'll do the pincer attack thing.
Okay.
Classic. Vintage Volknar.
Clashes between the burly boys.
Let's see it.
Yeah, what do we got? 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
Oh, and I was gonna rage before that.
Yeah, you're good.
Ooh, 8 plus 2.
Yep, that is 8 damage, 10 damage. Are you? So that was your movement bonus and then action. So you can't frenzy this time just because of your rage.
Rage. Okay.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Aerith, what would you like to do?
Part of me wants to nuke this thing.
I was
Do
like, we
it.
had to do Constitution. Like, what kind of saving throws do we have to do?
So you know that you're gonna at least have to do some sort of dexterity, constitution. It really depends on what it's gonna be hitting you with, but at least those two.
And bless helps those two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bless
I-
definitely
Yeah,
helps.
yeah, we're blessing.
Okay.
Blessed up. You got the holy aura around you.
We still have 2 more slots, and I wonder what I should save those for.
Do you have to move so close to bless? Do you have to be that close?
30
to bless?
feet.
Pretty much like this whole area, more or less.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you could be as far as like over here.
Yeah, I guess I'll be right here.
Okay. Then we will go back to the Goth. What creature unless surprised. So yeah, so it doesn't use its stunning gaze on its turn. It does happen on your turns. So it will use its eye rays, and this is where it's happening at random again. A 3. I'm just gonna go Volknar, Victor, Aerith in that order. Pushing Ray. The targeted creature must succeed on a DC 14 Strength saving throw, please.
strength saving throw.
Did Victor get the strength saving throw?
Plus a
No, Aerith did.
Oh.
And you
We
get a
have a-
plus D4 for blessed.
Just missed it.
So sorry,
Yeah.
that was specifically only on Volknar.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
I
thought you
thought.
said Aerith.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Nope, that was
Yeah,
my bad. That was specifically only on Volknar.
good thing he
so you're-
rolled a 23.
Yeah. So he's good on that. This next one's on Victor, and this is going to be this is the Devour Magic Ray. The targeted creature must succeed on a DC 14 Dexterity saving throw.
X. Okay. He's gonna devour my magic.
Oh
If you have
no.
any.
Yeah.
In this instance, you are good. Single use items. Yeah, so nothing happens in this turn. You're able to bounce out of the way of the ray. And then the last one will be Sleep Ray.
Oh.
I need Aerith to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh.
good thing I'm good at those.
Yeah, that's a good one
Alright.
for
And
you.
you get a d4 as well.
7. I can't even roll high enough.
Oh no.
All
Oh,
right.
you fall. You fall.
Yeah. So you fall asleep in midair.
Oh no.
I'm not that
Bless.
high up, I don't think.
Well, you're going to be waking up by the fall, regardless. So
Oh,
there's a
okay.
few different things that are going to happen in order of operation. Is Bless a concentration spell or not?
Oh yeah,
Actually, I don't think it is.
it is big
It
time.
is.
Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Okay. And I think you lose concentration when falling asleep. So you lose
Well, then,
concentration. So
There's
you
your
guys
other
are
slots. You need to use again.
unblessed. You. How high in the air were you?
Maybe like 10 feet.
I'll just say you're only going to take 1d6 for this, so I'll roll that up really quick. to everyone.
How
So
much
you're going
do
to
I
take 6 points of damage from the fall.
You rolled a max roll.
But you wake back up. So you take the damage and you wake back up.
Man, I think this thing should just die. I kind of want to nuke it with guiding bolt.
And you are now on the ground prone. Is the last thing I was going to say.
Oh no.
That said, it is Victor's turn.
Okay,
So
so
Victor,
this thing's taking 6 damage.
that's correct.
I think I
Are
did
you
10
going
damage.
Can
to
you
avert
trip
your
this thing?
gaze?
'Cause-
Didn't I do
Yeah.
10 damage to it?
Oh,
He tried and it seemed like he could.
Oh no, you did do a bunch of damage to it. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
because I think
Let me-
Victor and Volknar did some damage to it. Just wanted to.
It's better.
Okay, what was the about the gaze?
Would you like to avert your gaze or not?
Well, Harold recommended that we avert the gaze, so we will avert gaze, not knowing what effect that will have on my attack, though. But
Okay,
we'll do it.
so I have a question.
Yeah.
So they're on either side of it. Does that mean that one person doesn't have to avert their gaze because they're behind it?
That is a very fair question. Yeah, I think I would argue that the answer to that is yes. That it would be facing in one direction. I will be saying that it is facing. You know what? I'll just roll for it. If I get a 1 or a 2, it's facing to the north. If I get a 3 or 4, it's facing to the south. So it's to the north.
I mean, Deep Beyond really needs to add like a D2 button where you just like flip a coin.
I mean,
Oh, I know, right?
could do evens odds.
Yeah, but D2 is like a thing that has existed forever.
So is it? So it's facing Victor. So yeah, we're gonna we're not gonna look at it. So we're. Does that mean I'm taking a disadvantage on a sword attack?
That's exactly right. But
With-
you are
with-
flanking.
So
Yeah.
it's normal.
So it's normal. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, we're gonna do a classic windmill attack on it then. With a 13, which I think misses, right?
That's right. And
Yeah.
it's able to move in midair away from you just enough so that your sword, as you're sort of like looking away, you like strike nothing.
Okay.
You think it was probably a little close, but again, no cigar on this one.
Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, we're just gonna stand here and hope it comes for us.
Okay. Volknar, what would you like to do?
I'll swing the great axe at it.
Let's not let this thing be the death of us.
13 to hit.
That is a
No.
miss. Oh, you.
Why?
Oh no, you don't have bless anymore. I'm sorry.
No.
Yep. So that is a miss. You do have your frenzied attack if you would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna frenzy attack.
It's like a pinata you guys just can't pop.
18.
That is a hit.
Nice. Slash it. For 7 plus 2.
All right. So for 9 points of damage.
I don't know. I think we might need that bless.
Right?
He
is there
he
anything
has a move that does like a lot of damage though. If like. So.
If he rolls well, though.
Is there anything else you would like to do, Volknar?
No, I'll stay right here.
So I will say, so it is to the north. So you are sort of within its eye gaze territory, Aerith. So if you want to avert your eyes, you can. It will probably be easier to make the saving throw because you're not looking directly at it, or it's not looking directly at you, I should say. So if you want to risk it, it's up to you.
Can he do movement before his
He-
decision?
Yes, he can.
Could he
Well,
like
he-
So he can avert his gaze until he moves, and then he can look at it.
Doesn't he have to get up first, though? Isn't that like a full act or half his movement?
Half his movement, yep.
You can still get.
Oh, that's right. I thought he was flying, so that was, never mind.
So yeah, I get up and then I move here. So I'm kind of out of its thing, and then I
Okay.
cast bless.
And you guys have blessed back up. Move anywhere else or end your turn there?
I'll end my turn there.
Okay. That brings us back to the Goth.
Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And you're blessed.
It will. Oh gosh. I think it's going to turn towards Volknar. So it's now looking to the south. I'll change the orientation that it's looking directly south. And it's going to use its eye stalks again at random. Let's just see where these go. All right. So again, in order, it's going to go Volknar, Victor, Aerith. So I need Volknar to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
13.
Plus
Oh,
4, but
no.
roll your d4.
Yeah, does my D4 matter?
Oh, it might matter.
Just roll 4.
Yeah, roll that d4.
3.
Okay. So you made your dexterity saving throw only because of the bless,
Boom.
Thank you.
but you take half damage.
Oh fuck no.
So you're going to take 16 points of damage of fire damage.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't get cut in half because of.
But you're also
Rage.
raging, right?
It's only
That-
bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Yeah, it's like weapon damage.
Oh no.
Yeah, not magic.
That would be the first one. So the next eye stock is going to be at Victor. This would be a pushing ray, so I need a strength saving throw from you.
Oh, big money. Oh, big money.
Oh,
You're all good. You feel the force of it trying to like push you away, but you're able to hold your ground on this.
Nice.
And then Aerith. It's actually a pushing ray as well, so a strength saving throw from you.
My strength's not so good, so let's see. Oh, that's probably good enough.
Nice.
It is good enough. You are able to like ensure that you are not pushed out of the air, or if you're on the ground, you're not pushed away.
Yeah, I'm on the ground.
strong bird.
He's going to, gosh, it's gonna fly up in the air at this point, and I know that it's gonna take attacks of opportunity, but it needs to get out of your range, so it's gonna fly halfway up into the dome away from the both of you, early boys.
Okay.
So it's you guys get attacks of opportunity against it, each one of you.
No
But it's gotta
advantage,
create
just
some
regular?
distance. No, actually, you get them at advantage.
Oh.
Harry would yell out, "Grab him, Victor!"
Ooh.
Grapple him, yeah, grapple him.
Mm.
Grab one of the eye stalks. And
That
just
could
All
be
right.
good and bad.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm first. I think I should just attack first, and then if you want to grapple, you can grapple, so I don't hit you.
Yeah, that works. That works. Volknar, big brain.
Do I get advantage on this, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
eyes averted, or is he's already flying away?
And the
not looking at
D4.
me?
Yeah, let's see it.
Cool, 25.
That's it.
12 plus 2.
Okay.
ooh, max damage.
No, 16 would be max, or 18 would be max, right?
And Victor, what would you like to do?
All right. I like the idea of just being a nut and just going for trying to tackle it, grab it. So, do I roll the athletics at advantage, or is that?
I don't think there's a reason to roll it at advantage. I know you're flanking, but it's a
Yeah.
little different. So I'm just gonna say regular athletics on this,
All right.
and I can roll against it. Oh gosh,
Okay.
what do I roll?
We gotta be 21.
Ooh.
Wow.
I mean,
Nope. So I rolled an acrobatics check and I failed. You have the Gauth in your grasp.
Nice.
damn.
And for a
Yeah.
moment, it like hovers in the air and you can feel yourself like lifted off the ground because of it. But you're like grabbing at these eye stalks and you're grabbing it down to the ground so that I'm gonna say that the both of you are like struggling. It's like 2 or 3 feet off the ground, hovering. You're holding it down towards the ground.
Oh man.
Yeah. Victor's a
Volknar
nut.
grabs Victor's feet.
It's like it's an electric bowl and he's just like barely holding on.
So, because you grabbed it from behind, you do not need to avert your gaze at the beginning of your turn. You have this creature in your grasp. If you wish to maintain your grasp on it, I would ask that you make another grapple check.
Right now?
If you, yep.
Okay.
Or you could let it go. It's up to you, and then take like actions. That's you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, why not? We got this thing. Let's try to keep him. We roll. We got 19 for another athletics check.
Okay, and so I will do the acrobatics check. Wow, natural 20. So it has escaped. It's not flying back up into the air. It has only escaped your grasp at this time.
Okay.
Does
He's-
that mean
he's
we're
still
going to
just
get
chilling?
more attacks of opportunity?
If it tries to fly away again, yes.
Yes.
Nice.
But so that was your action. If you would like to do something else, you may.
Oh, so that was my turn in the order?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, some on bonus actions. Yeah, nothing. I got nothing. We're just gonna we're all slimy now, I assume.
It's actually scaly, kind of scaly.
Oh, scaly, right? Okay, yeah. Victor's having fun. He's ready to fight.
Volknar it is.
Is he looking at me or looking at Victor?
He is looking at you. So you can avert your gaze, or you can make a saving throw.
Or
When I avert my gaze, is that an action?
Nope.
Like say if
but
I
it,
avert and then move around.
You
and
just
then-
like close your eyes or look the other
Yeah.
way.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll avert my eyes and go behind him, and then unavert my eyes so I can roll with advantage.
so no advantage at this point because of your location.
Oh, I have to be on the other side.
Yeah.
It's just that you're not going to have disadvantage, right?
Exactly.
Right. I mean, but if I stayed there, I'd
Then
have
you get a
advantage
D4.
and disadvantage, so it'd be regular.
Oh yeah, so it doesn't really matter.
Not in this instance.
Okay.
It does
well,
not matter.
I'll just stay where I was.
Okay.
nice.
That is a hit.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, a 16 plus 2. Nice.
Yeah.
That is full damage. Wow. All right. Yeah. You are lopping, like, you're just like getting into this thing with your axe at this point. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Yeah, I'll do my frenzy attack.
Do it.
I pray you move out of our range.
That is also a hit.
Do max damage again.
Ooh, 12 plus 2.
Close
How
enough.
would you like
My
to do this?
goodness.
Oh, he's down.
Oh,
What?
Harry.
What?
Not so tough.
Yeah, some of those eye rays kind of suck a little more than I thought they would.
I mean, they were still pretty.
Took away the bless really
Look.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like.
They would have
luckily,
failed
we
a
got
lot
half
more of them
damage.
without bless.
Yeah, that could have been catastrophic if I wasn't. It was actually good that I was in the air.
Yeah, right. To wake up.
So you just lay into this thing.
Yeah. Well, so I'm gonna swing my great axe. Cut off a couple of the eye limbs. And then bring
Gotcha.
my great axe back up and just right into the middle of that eye of his that had the X on it earlier.
Gotcha. And it's effectively a bloody pulp on the ground as Volknar continues to lay into it, and the crowd kind of loses their shit for this. They have never seen anybody beat the Goth. This is impressive, and as you're all cheering, You hear a booming voice from the southeast corner of the room. Oh, 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 oh. Well done indeed. And out of nowhere, another beholder appears. This one significantly larger. Many different rings at the end of its eye stalks. There's a purplish tinge to its skin, but it is, you would probably say it's mostly blue. And you hear, oh, he was here from the crowd, and a hush murmur, quiet, and goes, well, you've killed one of my pets. And we'll pick it up here next time as you speak to the Xanathar.
But we're all so
Good
rich
job,
now too.
boys.
Let's go.
Harry's yelling, "Pay up,
Nice.
suckers!"
Xanathar just puts out so much damage.
We
guys-
didn't die, thank God.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that,
I
I was a
honestly
little bit
thought
nervous at the
it was
beginning
going to
too.
be
Though.
close, yeah.
Look,
You guys,
I
ma-
knew
you
if
guys
we just
started by missing like 5
Yeah.
attacks in a row.
look, we just had to stick to the game plan and play our cards right, and make it
I mean,
out
the
there.
bless really
Teamwork.
helped us. Aerith, you did a great job with the blesses.
Yeah.
We needed them.
You will pick back up. You are still blessed, in case that matters for whatever reason. We will. Yeah, you'll be out of initiative, so you can speak with the Xanathar and any of his henchmen. But we will pick it back up here in his lair next week. And
Harry wants to jump into the circle too and like jump around with his boys.
Now, should we
Sure.
rush them? Does anyone have like a Gatorade
Yeah.
bucket we can pour over their shoulders?
Alistair would be worried about collecting the money first.
Oh, get the money first, then join the boys.
Oh, yeah.
But all right, good game, guys.
Good job, boys.
Session, everyone.